Hello, everyone, and welcome to Around South Jersey. You see that group of people behind me? They don't get any better than that gang. And let me tell you something. Mintz Insurance Agency, without them, you wouldn't have seen the baseball game. Without them, you wouldn't see football. You wouldn't see basketball. You wouldn't see half of the programming that you see on Channel 22. And one of my favorite people in the world is here with me tonight, Mike Toscano, who is the operations manager at Mintz Insurance. Mike, how long have you been there?
Just about 8 years now.
Jeez, I just lucked out. Right? It seems like, yeah. I thought maybe it was. But you see those people behind you. I've only ever had Mintz Insurance as my insurance agency, and every one of those people knock themselves out to help you in any way they possibly can. And the nice thing is, they give you 3 quotes for every policy that you go after, so you know you're getting the best price. In fact, I've got a story to tell you. When I got to be the mayor of Millville, I looked at the insurance bill, and I went, that's too high. So I said to the administrator, we're going to go get quotes next year. The quotes came in, and Mintz was one of the quoters that came in. Let's see, it was $1.2 million. You guys came in at $750,000. Talk about an unbelievable savings that they provided and can provide and care about the community. And nobody, but nobody, does more for the city of Millville in giving back to the community than Bob and Mike and the whole staff at Mintz Insurance. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, buddy, because without you, we wouldn't have this show. They're one of the major sponsors for this show and all the youth programs and things that we do. So thanks a lot. But speaking of youth programs, that's what we're here about.
That's what we're here for.
You tell me who these handsome guys are. Well, I know the one guy. He was my running mate. I'm his nephew.
Well, I got Jeff Mills to my right. He's the director of the Holly City Football League, and Quan Bowleg, the vice president of the Holly City Football League. And we're here. Season's about to start. Yes. I finally got a son that's going to play, so I can dive right back into the football pool.
That's super. Tell me, what's your son's name?
My son's Michael Jr.
That's good. Good name.
He's built like a guard like his dad, and so we'll decide where he's going to play, but we're excited for the new adventure for my son.
How old's Michael?
He's 13. He's going to go in 8th grade, so we're going to get him right before he goes into high school. So it's perfect timing. I've known Jeff since we were 12 years old.
Now you played Little League, right?
We played Little League.
Now what position did you play?
Whatever position my dad wanted me playing on that day. I played shortstop, pitcher, catcher, outfield, just like any other coaching son would do.
Jeff, how about you?
I was left field, third base.
That's good. You're on the left side. Well, that's good. You must be a swinging left person. The right wingers, we got.
So then, sophomore year, I was a sophomore and Jeff was a freshman, and we started playing football together. And we've kept a friendship, every time we see each other, big hugs. Ran into each other around Cape May Courthouse. I believe Jeff was working somewhere down there, and so was I. It's the old friendly mobile hug. What's up? And then as soon as my son decided to play football, I know Jeff was a big part of the Holly City football. We had lunch. We talked. I'm going to help out as much as I can with Jeff and Kuan, and we're going to excited to move forward with this league and bigger and better things. Talking to Jeff, his main point was we could do more, and I love that attitude, and that's what I'm here for, to do more.
Well, to Jeff and Quan's credit, my God, we've had 2 state championships. The first one ever for the entire state, and the year before we had the state championship for South and Central Jersey. And I remember being out there and watching some of these kids, and you knew the stars, didn't you, as they were moving on? Wow.
It's easy when you're out to the Little League field and you see everything going on. You just can't wait till they all get together. Yeah. And then when they get together, you just look at Quan, look at me, look at Woody, like, oh, here we go. Yes, and it's showtime.
It's unreal.
Stars.
Yeah, my gosh, that Brooks kid, he is unbelievable. And he's only going to be a junior this year, right?
Yes, sir. Going to a junior year.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, already up to I think 20 offers, Division I.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
Yes.
He is and there's been a lot of others too.
Yes.
I mean, you know, the kid that went to Syracuse.
Yes, Quinn Allen.
Yeah,
Quinn
Quinn,
Allen.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, wow. Well, Kuan said to me, he said, Jim, I'm looking for some people. So there you go. Michael's here. We were talking about that a year or two ago, like trying to get some more people involved.
Yes.
And you don't get them any better than this, so this is great. And of course, you guys had the relationship. You know,
It's a lot of time and and effort. Like I said, like my kids are grown now, so it's just me seeing my community, my kids doing things that are great because they're my kids when they're on that football field. You know what I mean? So everybody out of they're my kids when they out there. When they're trying to do good, and that's all we try to do.
They do extremely well.
Go forward. I mean, do good and go forward, and because if you can play football, you can do anything in life, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
start out when it's hot and
and
then it's cold and raining. And the coach is yelling at you. A lot of things going on.
Yeah,
and we even got the little kids out there now, and those guys are good.
Yeah, I saw. Well, in fact, I think George will show one of the pictures of the little ones. And Kuan, you were talking about your youngest.
There they go.
My little guy, far right, Cairo. He just turned 5. He'll be going back out this year. So yeah, we started the Pee Wee level last year, 4 and 5-year-olds. But the age range the age brackets changed from odd to even. So now we'll have 6U, 8U, 10U, 12U, and 14U. Yeah, so we have 5 levels now.
So now at that level, will there be 2 teams, or will you go play someplace else, or the 6 years, 6 and under?
Yeah, the Pee Wees we had 21 kids.
Yeah, 21 kids. We try to keep it,
so
around 2021 because the kids, they're.
So you're not making 2 teams.
No,
that's
no.
my point.
Yeah.
So who will they play?
We played Monroe, Clayton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So
travel.
week by week, it's not sanctioned by the TCUFL. So we had like a 7-game schedule last season.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
So, and Jeff, you and Mike will have the 13, 14-year-olds, or you'll have the...
No. The coaches, Jeff could go over who the coaches is. It's more of helping out business and the league stuff.
Yeah. Mike's supposed to come along and just help out.
I'm a volunteer coach. I'm nowhere close to being the head coach. But Jeff, who are the coaches?
At the freshman level, we have Charlie Patterson. That's our freshman. I'm sorry. At the PB level, we have Isaiah Holden. That's the head coach. And then the freshman level, we have Charles Patterson, which is an ex-football player. Great guy. And then a sophomore, we have Detrell Lindsay.
Lindsay Cottrell.
Yeah, Detrell Lindsay, he's our sophomore coach. And then we have
Eric Williams.
Eric Williams at the junior level. And then we have Coach Isaiah White for the senior level. So they're all good men.
That's great.
2 of the guys don't even have kids out there.
Isn't that wonderful?
Out there giving back. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting home doing nothing.
Yeah.
Come out here, see this kid smile.
Yeah.
Bring a smile to him, teach him something.
Well, I don't know football. I mean, I've done play-by-play with football, but I don't know football. And I only played a brief period of time with the St. Mary Magdalene Elementary School in Millville. And we played Bacon School, I don't know, 5 or 6 games. And like Mike's son, I was a guard or a tackle, so I wasn't one of the key people. But I really don't know the game, even though I did play-by-play for 30, 40 years. So I could tell you where they're going,
yeah, but I
couldn't analyze it. I mean, that's why I needed Tony Race, Timmy Shannon, Hank Fiend. They were my color commentators. So they knew what they were doing, and I knew what I was saying and I would say, but that was different. But I think what's really interesting is I had loved being to coach for baseball and for girls softball. They were things that I knew. I had a daughter in the girls softball league, and in the little league, I had 2 sons. My oldest son went to Vet Stadium. We won the city championship, and my youngest son. It was interesting. Like I went back in, and I was president of Millville American, and they were like, they actually like they really didn't want me there. So I was friendly with Steve Nieder. I said, Steve, you need any coaches or managers down? Yeah, come on down to National. So I went down to National and did Knowles Pharmacy and managed that team. I had a lot of great people that I got to meet. That was the thing. I got to tell you, one of the funniest stories ever was coaching girls softball. Now my feelings were, every girl is an all-star. So every one of those kids is going to play. So we did well. We're playing. We're going. Most places you go, it's doubleheader. Right. So in the doubleheader, I figured it out. Every girl got to play at least 10 innings in the doubleheader. So we win. We get to the States, and my coaches, who I liked a lot, they said, "Jim, you got to stop this." I said, "What's that?" "You can't play all the girls. You just play the best 10."
Right.
So I said, "You know what? Here's a scorebook. You're the manager today. I'm just coaching third base." That's the God's honest truth. This was down in Egg Harbor Township, was state playoffs. So we won one, we lost one, but one of the girls on my team, Heather, never got to play one inning, and a girl, Kiki, she was on another team. She never got to play an inning. So those two kids sat for 14 innings on the bench, never got in the game. So Heather's mother said to me on the way back, she's passing the dugout, she said, "Jim, Heather's done. She's not coming in." I felt really bad. I said, "This stinks." So I called her and I begged her to come back, and I promised her this. I said, "Heather, you come back, and I'm telling you, you'll play second base, you'll play the whole game." Well, guess what? Heather played second base. She played the whole game. Heather went 3 for 4, triple, double, single, drove in 5 runs. Guess who was named player of the game? Heather.
Heather.
You know, it's like, guys, I understand. I'm sure you guys too.
I was going to say Kiki.
Yeah.
We could all pick out the 10 best, 11 best.
Right.
But between 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that's not a big difference there. Right. You know, it's pretty close. So I love that true story. And I think, you know, especially in baseball, you would think at least you'd have to play. If both teams played at least the kid 2 innings and got him one back, something like that. How would you like to be selected to the All-Star team and never play a minute? The rest of your life, you're going to remember that. Say, I got picked and I never played.
I remember the coach and everything. When I see the coach,
yeah, right. Exactly.
I remember you.
To run, but you can't run.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's definitely,
and these two guys, the two coaches, were super guys, but that was their attitude.
Yeah, they just wanted,
we win at all costs. I don't know, but we did well. Anyway, that was a funny story. We'll be back with 3 wonderful men here, Kuan Bowleg, Jeff Mills, and one of my favorite people in the world, Mike Toscano, and we'll be back with them to talk about some ways you can help with the Holly City Youth Football League right after these messages.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Complete Care has some big news to share with you.
We're here opening more locations and offering more services every day,
including our newest locations on Pearl Street in Bridgeton and High Street in Millville.
We're here with convenient, high-quality, and accessible healthcare services all under one roof.
We're here just a call or email away.
We're here to provide compassionate care for you and your family.
We're here and we're ready when you are.
Complete Care Health Network. Ready when you are.
The most important decisions a family can make are usually made around the kitchen table. At DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we believe pre-planning and the difficult decisions you face with the loss of a loved one should also be made around the comfort of a table, like a family. Our friendly, kind, and compassionate staff is committed to helping you get through this most difficult time. In your time of need, trust DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, Vineland.
In South Jersey, we do things our own way. We say things out loud, face things head on, and never back down. And that's how we fight cancer. With the most advanced diagnostics, leading-edge technology, and a team of doctors who know how to treat your cancer. And most importantly, we do it right here at the Frank and Edith Scarpa Cancer Center, Vineland, and the Leading Edge Cancer Center, Mullica Hill.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. Our special guest tonight, Mike Toscano, is the operations manager for that wonderful insurance company. Let me tell you something, folks. If you're going to buy insurance, don't you want to support people that support your kids and support all the wonderful things go on in this city? No one in this entire town supports the things that are happening in Millville than Mike and Bob and Rob and Jay and all the wonderful people at the Mintz Insurance Agency. In fact, if you listen to the ad, what Bob says is his philosophy. They're there to give back, and that's what they do. They contribute to the community. And as I say, Christmas parades, what's coming up next, Mike? I haven't even hit you up for this yet. The
car show?
No,
September.
What do you call it? The kids. But the kids.
Olympic Day?
Thank you. Olympic Day is coming up, yeah.
May 12th, I think. If
Pardon?
I'm not mistaken.
It's the 12th, yeah, it is, yeah. But again, thank you to Mintz Insurance, and believe me, folks, as I say, without them, half the things that are on TV wouldn't be on TV. So, but think about it. Give back to the people that give to you, to the community. And they are wonderful people. 825-2880, 856-825-2880, and ask for Mike or Jay or Rob or Bob or anybody will take care of you there, and they'll make sure you get the best price on your insurance. And they're there to respond when you need them. Bam, they're there, and they're on top of it. So please do that for all of us. Now, we wanted to talk about fundraising, and Jeff, you want to start us off?
Yeah, we there's a lot of things that we have to pay for. We try to charge as less as we can, but football is very expensive. Helmets, shoulder pads, just daily operations is so expensive. Just to buy the footballs is like $1,500.
Oh my God!
Yes, just to buy these certain kind of footballs that the kids can use and everything. Just small things like that starts to add up, and some people don't realize what it takes. And
just the football helmets, the technology on a football helmet alone, it changes almost every year. Where you're replacing the helmets, the shoulder pads. I mean, it's an expensive sport, but it's also a good sport to where it continually shows you. If you get knocked down, get up because you got another play coming.
Yeah,
I remember Coach Rice pound that. It's a life lesson on every play. You could be the biggest, the strongest, and you could still get knocked down by the smallest.
Yes.
It's your heart and your desire every play. Take a play off. Don't let the coaches see it. They're going to catch it. So
So the thing is, we have a lot of small shops that's helping us, but we're looking for the bigger sponsors now. So we're doing what we have to do on our end to get the bigger sponsors to help us so we can help these kids. We have kids going to several schools now. Our graduate numbers are high now. Everybody that plays football graduates.
Wow.
It seems like
we were talking before about that.
So that's big for us.
Yeah.
And these kids are taking school serious now, which is a great thing.
And they're getting scholarships too, not
scholarships
just from football, but
from to do something
academics.
You love.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine doing something that I really love and just do it for a job.
We owe the youth of Millville to just not only football, soccer, baseball. There's not a lot of things to do in town, and we all know this, and we're all aware. And the best thing we could do is support the local sports, the local music, everything that we can get kids involved in is the way to go. And I'm a firm believer in it, and that's why I'm here. And I would ask all the businesses of Millville. Everybody looks at the homeless people, and it's just nothing but complaints. But what are we doing? What is every business doing? We should all be supporting the local kids, whether it's academics, sports, and I'm excited that I'm going to be more hands-on. Yes. Like my man Jeff always says, we need more. And he talks about head up. From the biggest to the smallest, everybody we need to give more. So the kids, we owe it to them, because I remember playing football, I remember playing baseball, and money wasn't the thing. It wasn't looking, the leagues begging for sponsorships.
Yeah, and as you said, football is so much more expensive to operate because baseball, kids bring their own gloves, you do get a uniform, and the bats and balls. But here, with the shoulder pads, the helmets, all of the things, the referees, and all the things you've got to pay for is really is expensive. And I had said earlier before we went on the air that Jeff has become the Carl Frank of 30 years ago.
Yes,
and
Mr.
Carl
Frank.
lived, ate and slept, and you knew the LeBons, right? His son-in-law.
That's my guy.
Great people. And, you know, we're lucky to have you guys that care about the community and give back to the community. I mean, thousands of hours a year. You guys, I'm sure, Quan, you got 14 jobs.
This guy's a good energizer buddy. Man. He goes, I said, Quan, take it easy, bro.
Well, I appreciate Jeff. We talked about it. Jeff wrote me in. It was I think about 15 years ago. I've been on board for the last 10 years, but Jeff would come to work with highlights, and it's like this guy bleeds orange and blue. He's like, Quinn, you got to get connected with these kids. We have great things going on. At that time, we were out at the dump, and Jeff was a coach at the time. And you talking about sacrifice, as I mentioned prior to the show, Jeff lost 4 people, and
that's heartbreaking.
3 family members and a best friend, and he still was out there serving the community. And so when you see something like that, that's a person that you want to get behind and support. And you know, but then our means, like we have a lot of families who, like Mr. Toscano mentioned, that may not have the finances. So if any way that we can raise funds to support them, we do. But again, in order to run this operation, it comes at a cost. So if we can get more support, that would be great.
And there's a lot of times that we do things and don't say it. There's a lot of things that Quano that we do behind closed doors for kids or families, but we just don't say anything. You know, we just do it. My wife will look at me, "You're not a coach yet." I'm like, "Babe, it's just in me. Like, we got to help these kids. You know, everybody's gonna play. Everybody's gonna play. We're gonna find a way."
That's fantastic.
So that's what, you know, that's my motto.
And boy, you think about how much you've given to the kids and how great the kids have been since you guys have been there. I mean, just looking at the winning ways and the attitude. And I was so impressed. I know Tony Trombone and I have talked about the kids are getting academic too. They're getting honor roll students. You're not just, you know, well, they're a football player, but they're not bright. No, they are bright in the classroom and on the field, and just, you know, excel.
I was so glad when Quan had put that post up last week about the high honors and, you know, the kids making the honors. I'm like, wow, this is great.
Isn't that wonderful?
This is great.
It really is.
You know, so it's starting to kick in. You know, so
Yes,
that's all we need the kids to believe in themselves. And the sky's the limit. You know.
And Quan, you're at the high school now. Tell me what you do.
Yes, so right now I'm coaching high school football, head coach of the freshman football team, and I'm also a special team coordinator. Substituting, so it's kind of cool to have access to the teenagers at high school level, and then come back in the evening with the youth football. So that's been great, and Coach Ayala has been a great support. We try to make sure annually that we have a big boat, little boat day where the high school football coaches and the players come down and run clinics. You know, so that's been great. Even Raquel Armstead has stopped by.
Oh, that's great.
LaQuint Allen has run a clinic.
Nice.
And it's just, we finally bridged the gap for us making sure that we keep the Holly City Youth Football and Millville High School Football connected. So, because a lot of schools were still in our talent. Who was it? St.
Augustine. I mean, they was loving us.
Yeah, they were. You were
beating us with our own players. Hey, come on, guys.
That's true.
So since 2016, everybody's been home. That's been a great thing. That's been a great thing. So
it's a beautiful thing.
It really is, yes.
Now, I'm going to help Jeff out real quick.
Yes, sir.
Jeff, I think we should talk about Michelle a little bit.
Oh, my wife? Oh, man.
His wife is also very involved in the league. I've sat with Jeff and Michelle and had lunch with both of them. And I don't want to say I ain't taking anything from Jeff.
That's my better half.
Michelle,
she's the bulldog of the. She's the bulldog.
Is Michelle from Millville?
Yes.
What's her maiden name?
Slaney.
Slaney.
It's Slaney. Yes. And she stands by me 100% because she knows. She's seen it. She's seen the kids.
Well, you're lucky to have that. Because you need the team.
We have 4 sons that play football. My one son Uzziah is going to graduate May 21st from Chestnut Hill.
Oh, wow.
He was on the team that won the 2016 title.
Right.
Right guard on both sides of the ball. So she's seen it. You know,
That's
You know,
great.
she's seen the kids go from here to here, and
she's working for
and
me.
she's on it. Yes,
Yeah,
and she works with the youth.
She's not on payroll, but she's
but
she
she
definitely
works-
puts the hours
she
in as
definitely
much
puts
as
more hours
everybody.
in
So
sometimes.
Administratively, also with the cleanups, running the concession, doing registration, and making purchases, and like I salute Jeff and his wife. You know, it's like they're one and the same. But it is good to have that help me. And year in and year out, Michelle steps up to the plate and takes care of business.
I know some guy sitting over there that's got one heck of a wife.
Yeah, shout out to my wife, Christina. Unless she's on watching.
if anybody needs a house, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
she's a realtor.
Yeah, she's in a realtor. Yeah, and
Who's she working for?
What is it? K&W.
K&W, yeah, that's who my hairdresser works for.
And also, she's also a substitute at baking school. So,
that's good.
She has the 5th graders.
Oh, that's super.
Yeah, yep.
And tell everybody who is it her uncle? Was Calvin?
Calvin Murray.
Yeah, was her uncle.
1975 team.
I remember calling the games when Calvin.
You remember that?
Yeah, sure. I was doing play-by-play when you were a little boy.
I just was born. I just was born in 75.
I was going to say, I don't even think you guys were born.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. I was born in 75. Don't remember, but but I do.
Calvin and Bubba Green. Wow, what a combo that was.
Bubba Green, look at that.
Yeah. So we have a community of volunteers, and one thing we learned over the years is, yes, we're volunteer to serve the kids, but we're also volunteering to run a business. So there's been a lot to learn. And now, the league is seeking that 501c3 status to help with our fundraising efforts. So, we just want to make sure that we acknowledge all of our volunteer coaches, the team moms, and also those who've been
We do have a good group. We do have a good, small group.
Well, I see you two. You're pretty darn good. And this guy's pretty good, too.
So we go, but it's, but over the months, you'll see, they'll start out heavy, and then they'll dwindle off. They get cooler, and then, then you have your 15, 20 people.
Well, I was thinking about the fact I should do this for you guys, although my birthday was in December. But a lot of times what I would do for my birthday on Facebook was ask for donations for the Levoy. But I'm thinking for all of you, fortunately, I have almost 5,000. If you're only allowed 4,000.
Maybe we could have Jim Quinn's birthday in July.
That's right. Yeah, we'll have a July 12th birthday.
Summer bash, right?
Just like the Christmas in July. Jim's party.
But, for all of you, if you're on Facebook, when it is your birthday, you can put down something, especially with that going to be a 501c3, that the donation is tax deductible, and you're contributing to the city. And let me tell you something. Even if you don't have any tie or have had to the Youth Football League, if you're a Millville High School football fan, and I got to tell you, this last year, and it's like I'm wondering whether Channel 2 matters anymore, on our Facebook and YouTube things, last year we had 1.2 million views, and over 500,000 the year before, probably about 700,000 were from Millville High School football. This past year was like 7-something for Millville football.
Sir.
And
listen, let me tell you a small story, because I started, I got a new position, so I was working 3 to 11. Every game I watched, I got my little phone looking. I'm like, thank God for Jim Quinn TV. I was going crazy. And
well,
it was alive. Everything looks good. Everything. It was right there, man.
Yeah.
So believe me, it works.
Yeah, and
we need you.
And what's neat is people from all over Florida, we're here. We moved. They're watching it. It's fun. Thank God for Facebook. I mean, and YouTube also. It's like, wow, I can't believe the number of people. I can't tell you, we have no way of measuring how many people watch Channel 22. I suspect it's me. It's the older people. Although I'm on the phone all the time, on my iPad and all that kind of stuff. But it is gratifying. So at least I can say to Mike, we had 1.2 million viewers last year and 750,000 approximately for Millville football. And then about 500,000 a year before. I mean, but again, it's a super seasons. The two were great. But even, what I've had happen too, the numbers, we have thousands of people who watch the youth football. Especially when
you have us,
Richton.
When you be doing our games for us, it'd be live.
It was amazing. It was like, wow. And there's something we can do, obviously. We need sponsorships, but it's giving back to the community folks. And, look at, if you're a Millville football fan, my God, you gotta love it. It's the best time ever. I mean, Tony Cerise is one of my best friends, and I always kid him. I said, "You were too conservative. 1, 2, 3, run, and then pass one little pass or something." Who did you guys play for?
Cerise. Yes, I'm
okay, so you know.
And I played under
Coach Hack, Coach Hack was.
Okay, you were younger.
Coach Hack, I just got there when we were.
My senior year, we opened it up.
Just a little bit.
Dave was a little more offensive.
We went to the one back. No, my sophomore year we went.
Yeah, we went to one back. Yeah,
with Mike Green.
But Green had like 40 carries a game.
We still ran it.
He still ran the ball.
Passing
throw the ball a little bit more.
Formations, but we still ran it.
But Tony Cerise is one of my best friends in the world. What a great guy. And, that's the other thing, too. You build relationships. I mean, you guys go way back from football and Little League and things like that. Quan's younger, so he doesn't
I'm an old man.
Oh, come on. I'm an old man. You guys are all young.
Now that you say relationships, I spoke to Quan. This is a couple of years back, and I always thought that the Thunderbolt Club should be part of our Major League program.
Yeah.
So I talked to Mr. Atkinson.
Yes,
we had met up with him, Mr. Atkinson. He was all for it.
Yeah.
And for the past 2 years, 2 or 3. 2.
Yeah, this year 2.
Yeah,
going on year 3.
So the singers that are leaving, we have dinner from there, like a banquet from there.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing, because to me that was always like me watching Billy Cannon just way back in the day when we were doing this, and I'm looking, I'm like, man, I can't wait to become a Millville football press. I could be on Channel 2. Like I thought Channel 2 was like Channel 6. So I couldn't wait, so when my time came, and then I became the president, I'm like, you know what? The Thunderbolt Club should be part of this too.
Yeah,
the kids want to be there soon.
Great job. Yes, exactly. Yes.
Mr. Atkinson, Tony Cerise, of course.
Yes,
and they also were instrumental too. Last year, they were able to leverage their relationship with Jaws, and they donated 50 pair of shoulder pads.
Wow.
The Jaws Foundation. Yeah. So we're very appreciative to the support that we have. And like Jeff said, bigger and better.
Yes.
And I'm thinking of fundraising events, which, there's the possibility of putting out dinners at the Thunderbolt Club, selling them for $25, and Jimmy McCarthy caters it usually for probably 10.
Boat catering.
Boat catering.
Shout out to boat catering.
And other ways. In fact, I was thinking of things for fundraising ideas. Last year, I put together. We're doing Millville Night, and it didn't do as well last year as it did. The year I did it, we sold 5,000 tickets for the Phillies game when Mike Trout came in.
Okay.
And they gave back the Levoy, they gave back that time to the MDC, and I think the Levoy 20,000 each, because you got $8 back on every ticket we sold.
Wow.
So last year there was a foul up, and we were just thank God for the people who bought enough tickets, and we get 500 tickets sold.
Okay.
In order for it to be Millville Night, it's 500 tickets have to be sold. And then, God bless Lisa Orndorff, the mayor. I was kidding her. I said, you better go start warming up. And she did. She went out in her side yard, played catch with her dad. She threw a perfect strike.
Yes,
she did. But what I was thinking about was, and this might be something if Buddy Kennedy gets up to the majors, because he's
right there,
well,
right?
Yeah, doing really well.
Yeah. Diamondbacks, right?
Yeah. Well, he's third baseman. Buddy Kennedy. Yeah. And Don Money is his grandpa.
His papa, right? Yeah.
So I'm thinking if he could get up there, we could have a Buddy Kennedy night too. And what ended up happening, and they still do give back money. Okay. So I'm like, hey, Philly, you're going to go to a Phillies game. You might as well buy a ticket through the Holly City Beach Football League, and then the $6 or $8 for each ticket comes back to the league. Okay. Mm-hmm. And last year, although I've committed it to a charity that I'm on, Complete Care, this year I bought a suite, the Bill Giles suite, with my own money. I put it out, but I got it all back. And we had Mike Trout's night, and we had a 75-person suite with everything imaginable. Did you go, Mike? Todd did. Todd, I know Todd came, but I mean the people loved it because it was all the food in the world, beer, wine, everything you want, ice cream, and all that kind of stuff. And it's being able 75 of you are all bonded, and of course all Millville people. So this year I got it set up for 2 75 people things, but I'm just trying to think of things that would be good fundraisers. And as you mentioned, the Thunderbolt Club. would be great because I'm sure they'd make the facility available. And,
Yes.
I certainly would come out. I'm sure a lot of people come out, pay $25, $30 to have and the neat thing is to take the former Holly City Holly City Youth Football League. Yeah, I'm old.
That's all right.
Holly City Youth Football League, and bring out some of the stars that were that we all looked up to, the Quinn and different people. So that would be a draw to come out and see whoever. I mean, that also would get people out, and people, got to thank God for you guys. I mean, I look at what you've done with that Holly City Youth Football League. We're on the map. We're state champs. My God, first time ever in the state of New Jersey.
That makes me smile. It's like,
Well, see, you guys were too young.
But let's go over the season. Jeff, when did we start? July?
Yes.
And when does it end?
End of November.
The very end of November.
And how many practices?
Oh Lord.
4 to 5 practices a week.
Oh my God.
And a game, plus a game.
So if we're looking,
we do give them off Fridays though. We do give them off so we can go watch the game.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, the point is find me another thing for a youth person to do. For that long and that many days.
2.5 hours.
And to learn.
That's like 5 months.
How to get up, how to be determined, how to stand up for yourself. It's just wonderful.
I met a girl one time I was out there playing.
That played football? Yeah. We had 2 girls.
Okay.
Right? I think we had 2 girls that played.
It's been quite a few years ago.
Yeah. Janita's daughter had played. She played, and then Jessica's granddaughter played.
V.
She was actually good.
She was pretty good size.
Like V put put some booze down their booties, man.
Yeah, I see her every day at school.
Yeah, but she was actually good. I mean, like she was actually like, oh, there's a girl. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Well, Kuan, I'm impressed what you've done with the special teams, man. We get those extra points and stuff. That's fabulous. For years, we never had
no kickers, right?
No, Scott Shea was like the last one. Scott's in his mid-50s. So
I remember Scott.
We even had a German
exchange student.
I remember him. He played soccer.
No, he refused to play.
Oh, the big dude.
Refused to play soccer. He wanted to play American football because he could play soccer anytime.
I remember that. I remember that.
The only other thing for Kuan, I could just hear mom speaking of how could they let their 5-6-year-old son play football. How was it, Kuan? Because I can't. I'm watching soccer beehives. I can't imagine what it was like.
So I mean, outside of with our 4 and 5-year-olds, it was only 2 practices a week, Tuesday and Thursday. I would only run it an hour and a half. But you're talking about a short attention span. Maybe 5-second spurts.
Yeah.
You got kids eating grass, pushing, multiple trips to the bathroom.
Yes, the bathroom trips.
But it was cute. So a lot of people are concerned about contact. It's hard to get them to even keep their helmets on. Like if they get knocked over, you got to help them up. So they're not banging heads or anything.
Right. Because I could just imagine all the parents out of my 5-year-old kid playing.
They get hit harder playing outside with little Jimmy and Billy just running into each other.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you're right.
But the thing is with that though, it's the parents. 9 o'clock in the morning, you think the game ain't going to be packed? I was like, what in the world?
Yeah,
these parents is out there.
Wow.
They're out there. The parents is out there, grandparents, whoever. I was like, wow. So that was our first year doing it. And the kids came out, and they loved it. And we had to order certain pants for them because we had got extra small.
Yeah.
And they were too big. So I called the guy and said, listen, I need extra small. And they're about this big. But guess what? It fit them. I'm like, it was crazy.
It was a blast.
And as tall as you are, how come your son's short on that end? What's he, 4 years old?
Yeah, that's his mom's side.
The Murrays, huh?
He was pretty big, though. Got married.
He will be. We're talking with Kuan Bowleg and Jeff Mills from the Holly City Youth Football League program, and my man Mike Toscano is going to be helping out this year. His boy Mike is going to be playing. Mike Jr. is going to be playing on the under-14 team, and then next year he and a lot of the kids from that team will move on to the freshman team. The Kuan will be over there, keeping an eye on them as well. Yes, Kuan, do you sleep?
Hey, be honest with you, I get up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God!
Yeah, go over the violin, work out, and get my day started.
Holy cow!
Yeah. Don't stop, man. Sure. You can call me anytime too if you need.
Yeah. We used to talk late at night too. Because I'm a night owl.
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, Jim is a night owl.
You stay up at night.
It was funny recently. A friend of mine who's with the Republican Party we were talking on the phone, and she says, Jim, you got to come out to one of our breakfast. And I said, Dee, I don't eat breakfast. She said, well, you don't have to eat, just come. I said, no, you don't understand. I don't get up to eat breakfast. And, people bust on me, but honestly, for 25 years, I did this auction time show before you kids were born. Okay. And, I did it from 6 at night till 11 at night. So I was always working the 4 to 12 shift. So I get home, and let me tell you, I get home maybe 11:30, grab something to eat, unwind, watch TV till 2 at least, maybe, and then I go to bed at 2, get up at 10. So I'm just on the 4 to 12 shift, guys. Okay. It's not, I'm lazy.
So
I just don't.
Stuck with it.
And even doing the interview here, I'm not doing as many hours, but we'll get out of here a little bit later. And we'll watch. See, the good thing is I can watch the Phillies because 2 o'clock's nothing for me, and they're not on until 10. So play out against.
Hey, but you're not up till 2 anymore with the pitch count.
That's true. You're right. Yeah. Well, that's the truth. Isn't that great? Oh my God.
What is 2 hours?
Phillies. Yeah. The other game was the game that they won 1-0 was 2 hours and 5 minutes.
I'll tell you this. I just went to a Phillies game, and you could tell how fast it is because we got to see the Philly Fanatic come out once.
Oh, wow.
It came out once, and he had to book to get off on that 2-minute timer. Wow. It was like
it is amazing.
He's only around
But the good thing is, Mike, I hope it draws the young people's interest back. Yes. It was so boring to sit there 3 hours, 10 minutes, that type of stuff. With it is so. Yeah. It is good. It's worked, and that started off the Bridgeton Invitational Tournament. They had a pitch clock, and they actually had designated hitter and stuff back before you guys were born. But that was one of the popular things that went on there. Anyway, we're going to come back with these young guys here, and we're going to talk some more about the Holly City Youth Football League, and talking about. I think when we come back, we'll talk about some more fundraising ideas that you could help us with, and we'll do all that right after this.
In Cumberland County, let's recycle right. We recycle cardboard, paper, aluminum, tin, and plastics number 1 and 2. Look for the 3-arrow triangle usually on the bottom of the plastic container. The number in the center determines the plastic number. Remember to recycle only number 1 and 2 plastics. Plastic bags, plastic film, hoses, and wires are not recyclable. They can damage sorting equipment and create hazardous working conditions. Don't trash our future. Do the right thing. Remember, reduce, reuse, and recycle.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
I'm Brian Lankin, 3rd generation business owner, Al Shoes. Been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off 25 and 10 off 100 if you mention that you've seen this.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beatty and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. This segment I'm going to turn over to Mike Toscano, and he and Jeff and Kuan can talk about fundraising and monies that are needed for the league and how we're going to go about it. Mike?
Yeah. Our goal is what are we shooting for, Jeff?
I believe we talked about 20,000, so we can have people come out for free. If we can get that,
yeah, I mean,
anything helps.
Right. I mean, we're looking for any kind of help, but we're talking probably close to like 50 grand in just equipment alone. You know, and we're looking for a new storage to house all of this equipment. Unfortunately for the league, the place is where the stand is unprotected territory. It's in the middle of a field behind a school in a shopping plaza. So it doesn't take much to think that, you know, any kind of food, any kind of money, anything. How many times has it been broken into?
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah, twice.
That's tough too, because you
broke the monitors, just dumped everything out in the concession stand.
Yeah. So that's with cameras.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're looking for not only, you know, to help the youth with equipment, but we're also looking to help the league with necessary function in order to provide the equipment, because when we get the equipment, when the league gets the equipment, it's collecting the equipment, getting it clean for the next year and all. So there's a lot of extra cost besides the $300 we got to charge for each kid.
Yes.
Now Jeff could talk about, you know, they have ways to where it's $300, but they give fundraising to get the money back.
We have two ways where you can play for free. I say free because you get your money back.
Right.
You know, we give you a scratch-off card. You go get donations from people, and you keep that money. You know, the money you gave us, you get back, and then you give us the other $150, and everything is good. We try to make it as affordable as we can. $300. It seems like nothing to me when I hear these baseball. I heard baseball $1,500, so I'm like, wow, you know. But you know, and we do play for 5 months. We try our hardest to, you know, to get the equipment back, and then there's times we don't get the equipment back, and that's another thing we got to fix, because you know we'll give out 160 helmets and get back 120.
I just saw Michelle Slaney Mills on here.
That's my lovely wife.
I just
watching, making sure I'm saying the right things and not getting off track.
Administrative assistant. That's impressive.
Yes.
Thanks, Michelle.
Yes, yeah, she's definitely my backbone. So yeah, we're just trying to move forward and just keep things going. Keep our winning ways going. Like I said, we had 160 kids last year. That's without cheer, and you know. With cheer, we'll have over 200 kids.
Wow.
You know, and you know, but it's hard to find cheer coaches now. You know, people don't want to come out and volunteer their time, because before, back at Carl Franksville, we had cheer at every level. Man.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? 6 teams for the
5. It's 5 teams now.
No, I'm talking about when we were playing back then.
Oh man,
it was what
8,
2 divisions, right? It was the JV. I don't remember how. I forget.
It was JV and varsity.
It was like midget and seniors or something.
So it was 8 teams.
It was like 8 teams, you know, in the town, and every team had their own cheerleading squad.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just like, I
do remember that. Yeah.
Wow, it's like we're like, you know, it is the way of the times now, because there was 2 little leagues, and the softball leagues, and so
So we had it up until the COVID year hit, but the numbers were dwindling. You can see the numbers getting smaller and smaller each year. Up until now, you know, we have parents asking. But like I tell them, I said we don't have coaches for it, so we just can't throw anybody to the young girls, you know, because they're young women, and
So here it is, challenge accepted, Jeff Mills. We're looking for anybody that wants to help us with cheerleading.
Yes, because it can be done.
And there's nothing better than I think of all my life, all the wonderful, wonderful young men and women that I was able to coach, and just to see them and to see the smile, and they still call me Coach Quinn and stuff. It was just wonderful. I was so lucky and had some great, great young ladies and some great guys. I mean, I really, really did. You know, so that means a lot, because we're giving of ourselves, but you're getting back in the the appreciation for the people that you're helping, and as they grow up and they think back, I'm sure you guys think back to your coaches that made a difference in your life too.
Every time we see him,
Yes, sir. I love him.
Coach Race,
Coach Andrews,
all of them.
Coach Mack, all them. Coach Sharpless,
Yep.
Rest in peace, Coach Hogan.
Coach Hogan,
rest his soul. What a great guy.
He was a great guy.
Coach Nugent,
wow. Shaughnessy.
Yeah, that's right.
We just keep going.
Yeah, there's some great guys. Really.
But that's kind of why I wanted to start getting more involved in this youth football. I've reached out to Jeff a little bit ago, a couple years ago.
He did.
And then, my kids gotten more inclined to music, and it was less and less time, how it works.
Sure. Yeah.
But man, almost every relationship I had in Millville was based upon a sport.
Yeah.
And then all of the leadership that I've gotten from Coach Race to all my Little League coaches and I want to help now. I want to be that guy to one of those little kids to where, it's somebody from the community that's reaching out for no other part than just to help that kid get to where they want to go. So, and I would challenge to anybody that's sitting out there saying, that has a complaint about Millville and just not doing anything. There's plenty of things to help with these kids.
Don't complain,
and,
come out.
Yeah, that's right.
Come out.
We've kind of lost our time, is all I want to say. Our time,
it's over.
My responsibility for right now is to make sure that my kids and my kids' friends and all of my friends' kids have safe places to play and be a part of, and have the same experience as I, because everywhere I've gone, it's been Millville, it's been orange and blue. I'm looking back to see how the sports team is doing. And we have Mike Trout, and we've had all these football players that are, come this NFL draft, we're going to be, instead of Georgia Bulldogs, we're going to be looking at Millville Thunderbolts.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Eagles will be drafting the Bolts.
And then as I've been developing my professional career, I've also noticed that we can't just be town focused. We have to be the county focused. If you look at the Vineland, the Bridgeton, and even their football programs, Vineland with Pacheco, and they've had a bunch of kids come out and start playing football. You got the kid from the Colts that's from Salem.
Oh, that's Taylor. Yep.
Jonathan Taylor.
That's right.
They got Bell from Bridgeton that plays for the Cowboys.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. Have you guys seen the Northeast American Football League?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
the fellow from Bridgeton.
Sponsor.
Yeah, I know. You have to watch it. But they're undefeated. I think they're 4-0. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the quarterback's from Bridgeton. Well, the wide receivers is from Vineland or Millville. I had them in here. It's really neat. I'm thinking, wow, to go beyond, post secondary. I guess you'd say they're it's a semi-pro league.
The Cobras?
Pardon?
Yeah, the Cobras. The quarterback is my nephew's father.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Steven Chestnut.
Okay, that's right. He's really good.
He's a Vineland graduate.
Oh, okay. I went to Bridgeton.
His son is good. His little son, Steven?
Yeah, my nephew is like a human joystick.
Yeah, he's very good.
Shout out to Stephen.
Yeah, shout out, baby. Come back on.
The one thing we didn't talk about, the GoFundMe.
Yeah, we're going to set it up, and we'll be spitting it out Facebook, and we'll link you guys into it. And then maybe we'll come back before the season starts.
Anytime you want. We'd love to have you guys back, and if we can get a few sponsors, we'd be happy to carry some of the games too, which I know they're popular with everybody. Football, people love football. I was surprised we were doing whatever we were doing with Bridgeton, Millville, the numbers, thousands of people watching it. It's like, wow, this is youth football? And you got 3,000-4,000 people on Facebook and YouTube.
So I like to crunch numbers, and I was thinking like, all right, so I know Mr. Toscano asked us for numbers. We average 150 kids that we serve. And our current registration price is $300. $22,500 would cut that price in half, where they would be required to pay $150. $45,000 would make it free for everyone. Plus, they would earn $50 back once they finish their work detail. But that would be great, if we were able to fundraise and meet that meet that price. That would really help out the football league. So we just want to let people know too that's out there watching. Like, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Sometimes we're having meetings. We're leveraging relationships. We appreciate Mr. Toscano for stepping up to the plate. Far as a corporate sponsor and also as a volunteer there's a lot of work that's going on behind the scene, and sometimes people misunderstand like what our intentions are. We try to be as transparent as possible. You know, we don't receive pay. We're like volunteers, and sometimes we have to pat each other on the back. You know, keep going, keep going. I remember probably 10 years ago, Jeff was like, Quan, this is my last year. And then at like year 5, I'm like, Jeff, you're not going.
I'm still here. They just get tired and get fed up sometimes.
He almost got 30 years in the game.
It's like, man, no,
he loves these kids, and it's been so awesome to watch these kids who, like, you know, during my time with the Youth Football League, to watch these 7-year-olds. Now they're about to graduate from high school. Like, it's a beautiful thing to see.
Done.
Isn't that great? And they've had phenomenal football careers, besides being great students as well. I mean, that's what's. When Tony Trongone told me, he said, Jim, I'm so proud of our football team because of their academics. Not just great on the field, they're good in the classroom, too. And that's unusual. Usually they don't pay attention in the classroom. These kids do, and they do a great job there as well. Wait. What wonderful, I mean, fortunately, when the Thunderbolt Club throws the banquets and the honoring and all that, you know, we get to go there. Sometimes I get to see and talk to the kids, you know, because I'm up in the press box. I really don't get to get out on the field and meet them and stuff. But they do, I'll tell you, Tony Trongone does a coach's show and brings Coach Ayala in.
Yes.
You've probably been in it too, Quan.
Yes,
and you know, I get to watch it on TV and see these kids and say, wow, what class acts they are. You know, it's just really neat. Boy, and what it's done for Millville, put Millville on the map. I mean, we're beating North Jersey teams. We're beating all kind of
If
people.
it wasn't for Dusty the one, we would have won all the groups. You didn't win all the groups. Dusty lost by a touchdown, something like that. You didn't win all the groups. That'd have been special. That'd have been something special.
That's the truth. I mean, it's
South
just,
Jersey's here.
Yeah, it really won Millville, especially. And it's neat, too. They have that August game down in Ocean City.
Yes, that's going to be
Week 0, Battle of the Beach.
Yeah, that's it, Battle of the Beach.
We have,
That's going to be big.
But we have Michael Ford.
Timber Creek.
Is it Tom's River?
Tom River North.
Yeah, Tom's River. Yeah, we have
they got an
week
awesome
0.
sophomore.
Is that the team that beat you guys? Or is it South?
North beat us, and 98.
That was them.
The field goal.
No. That's my man.
Yeah. Oh, you played them?
Kuan, 99.
I was a sophomore. That was when Jamal Wallace and Terrence Williams played.
Okay,
yeah,
I remember.
Jimmy Rubart was the quarterback.
Yeah, I remember that.
But we did get him back in 16.
Yes, you did. That's right. Payback is heck. You got him.
Big payback.
Yeah, they almost came back. That game was.
Oh, man, they were good, man. They were good, man.
They wouldn't run the ball in the beginning.
Thank God.
And we were actually, I remember this game because I sat next to the running back's father, and he was getting livid because he wasn't running the ball.
Yeah.
And when he did, I was like, you can stop now.
Yeah, they got a dynamic quarterback now. He scored 50 touchdowns last season. 33 on the ground, 17 in the air.
Shoot.
Yeah, Michael Ford. Yeah. We're looking to shut him down.
That's it. Absolutely. You do that, Coach.
Yeah. I'll be there for that one. I'll be there. Yeah.
And if I can, I'll be watching it on TV. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in. And anytime it's open to you, Michael can be your guest host, and we'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll bring them all back.
Yeah, bring them all back. It'd be wonderful because the success is just tremendous. And Jeff, it's so good to meet you. I'm so proud of what you've done and your lovely wife helping you and all that.
Yeah, the Mills definitely need some recognition in Millville for all the work that they've done. I understand that Jeff is not he's not that guy, but he is that guy. Like Quan will tell you, he's that guy.
Yeah. Well, it's great to meet you because I've always heard all these good things about you, but I never had the pleasure of meeting you. And so proud of what you've done, man. Keep
orange and blue.
Yeah,
orange and blue.
Yeah, that's for darn sure, Quan. Thank you, Quan. You do everything. You're amazing.
Should we say hello to all the kids? Hi, Joey.
Hey, kids.
All 8 of mine. Yes. My mother-in-law.
I got 9 grandkids. Hey, Cheryl.
Yes,
Jolene, everybody.
Got another minute, so
I appreciate you. But thank you for having us.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate it. And see you soon, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and anything we can do to help you with the fundraising. I have the in with the Phillies, so if you want, we can talk with them about doing something. There are. I've gone without Mike Trout there, and we've done fundraisers. They give you a section and all that kind of stuff, and people like going to the Phillies. So at least my thing is when you're running a fundraiser, if you're selling something people want, and want to go to anyway. No, I'm going to go to a Phillies game. I'll take the family to a Phillies game. So come with us. We get the bus, from Shepherd and do things like that and make it a nice get-together. We did that one time when actually I met Gary Maddox's sister. We were up in a 300 level, and they'll come and they'll do things for us and things like that. But I've had Phillies tickets thanks to Bob and Mike and all these guys. We split them among the three of us, and I've had them since they opened. See the stadium open, we've been involved. So, I have a lot of contacts there, a lot of people there that, and which is really nice. They were they are very nice people to deal with. But anyway, we'll get you up there and we'll all go and have fun and raise money for the kids.
That's right. Just remember, there was 4 teams and all 4 of them made the playoffs last year.
That's amazing. That's fabulous. Yes, it is. Well, that's why the Millville High School football team's so good.
They're creating winners.
Yes, you are.
That's all we try to do.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Anyway, our guests have been Jeff Mills is the president of the Holly City Youth Football League, Kuan Bowleg, vice president of Holly City Youth Football League, and Kuan wears 10 other hats. I won't go over all those. And one of my very favorite people in the world, Mike Toscano, who I had the privilege and honor of going to school with his mom, one of the most beautiful women inside and out you'd ever want to meet in your lifetime, and unfortunately passed away several years ago, but just a sweetheart. And his dad, great guy and superintendent of schools. And you got 2 beautiful sisters that are twins?
3 sisters. I have a twin sister, 2 older sisters are twins.
Okay, that's what I was told. I'm telling you, good people. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us tonight. George Kachia, thanks you for producing it. And let me say one more time. You see the people behind us, Mintz Insurance Agency?
Especially this guy.
Yeah, especially this guy right here. That guy, the guy with the orange shirt, he's even got
orange
colors. Yeah, there you see. That's Mike Toscano. And they do everything for this community. I'm telling you, you'll never find better people. They've been my insurance agent for many, 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 many years. They do a great job. They find you the best price, and they're there. They're there. They're Millville people. You can go in and see them, call them anytime. They'll take good care of you. And Bob Connor, you're a gentleman. What a great, great guy. He really is. And his sons, Jay and Rob Jr. is there as well. And isn't that Todd Bonadonna? Todd, I got to say hello because Todd helps bring in a lot of business to the area. And he asked me for the baseball tickets. So I said, anything you want, you got them. And anyway, for all of our team here tonight, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
This has been a QBC television production in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22 and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.